1, prepare.
We're not prepared.
Check that off the list. 2, stay sober.
Not happening.
Welcome to the best kind of worst.
No one fucking cares.
Everyone cares.
Who?
I care.
Dick suck.
So there I am in the parking lot. Underwear and a guinea.
Hang out in the backseat of a 7-Eleven.
It's an animal!
We might die.
So you want to talk about those lesbians?
We need a Bay update.
I slept on the fucking tile!
I wonder if she could tell I'm hard right now. Yeah. Come on. Dance for me, baby. Yeah. Uh-oh. You feel that? All right. Come on. Don't stop now. You done did it. Come on. Yeah. All right. Hold up. Baby, when we're crying, that's right. I get so excited. Real close, real close. You're making it hard for me.
I had no idea that he was talking about his dick. You're making it hard for me.
Well,
I thought it was
starts out, but they cut that shit off when they played on the radio back in the day.
I was probably, what, 8, 10?
I think we were
at
8 or 9,
Jesus,
somewhere around there when it came
man.
out. What I want to know is why I was allowed to buy that album when I was 9.
I just thought it was like a metaphor for like you're making me like work for it or struggle, right?
Well,
not,
as a kid,
not like physically
not thinking
hard.
about a hard cock.
Yeah. It just clicked right now, and he's like, "You're making." I was like, "Oh, hard for me."
Well, because it starts out saying, "I wonder if she can tell I'm hard right now."
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, that song would not make it on the radio today.
No, it wouldn't. Well, I don't know. It might.
A lot of songs.
Maybe not this year.
No.
Maybe next year.
Pretty much every R. Kelly song wouldn't have made it.
No. Wouldn't happen right now.
I'm even convinced I Believe I Can Fly is an innuendo for some child touching.
Yeah, probably. Flying. I don't know. Probably.
Who said that their TV show wouldn't have made it today? Steve Carell said The Office wouldn't have made it in today's climate.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, and like someone referenced when he was talking.
Well, some of it. Yeah, there was sexual assault. There was racism.
When he was like, someone referenced like a line he said to Oscar one day, and it was like, "Oh, Oscar, yeah, he's gay."
Yeah.
The episode where he kisses him,
and
like
then
he basically forces him to come out to everyone. Like it's funny.
It's still funny,
but half the nation would be outraged.
Oh yeah. Whereas when it aired, nobody cared then. Well, I'm sure somebody cared, but it wasn't like a big thing.
No.
It would be now because everybody's just looking for something to get upset about.
Well, it's a different time. Like people, I think.
But see, we should be progressing, not regressing.
It's really sad to say, but what was that episode? Maybe 8 years ago.
At least, yeah,
right?
probably.
Let's call it.
It was a pretty early episode.
Let's call it an even 10.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Look how much we've changed. Let's look how much comedy's changed. Like.
Wow, can he not do that with his hair anymore?
Holy shit.
I hadn't seen him yet this year. That looks terrible. Sorry.
You can't even find like hilarity in something like that. Like half the nation's going to be outraged.
Yeah. I'd say, well, it's funny, but.
I find it hilarious.
Yeah.
Jesus. Well, welcome to the Foghorn Langhorn and Goose McGillicuddy show.
Episode 19, right? Because we were legal last week.
Well, this is our last teen year. This is our last
that's
teen.
right.
We're no longer a teen as of.
We'll be able to drink in a couple weeks, which has 2 meanings. We will be able to drink.
I know.
In a couple weeks.
I'm gonna try to ride it out till Thanksgiving.
No, you're not. You almost drank yesterday.
I did.
Shut it.
You know, it's funny.
What's funny?
In all seriousness, like the moment you throw something out in the universe, out in the ether, it just comes back and slaps you in the face.
Does it?
Because last week I was texting y'all like, man, I never get the urge to drink. Not often. It's very rare. And it's like, I was looking for a vice. I'm like, I need a vice. I need something like when I'm having a shitty day, like I can fall back on. I don't really have anything. Like, I get frustrated. I'll just go to the gym, right?
Yeah.
What happens? Like 3-4 days later, I get real irritated and instantaneously want to hit the Crown bottle sitting on my dresser.
Well, I think the thing is like you probably just didn't notice that you were like that because you didn't have a restriction. Now you can't, so you're realizing, oh shit, I do want to drink.
Yep. And then I was like, oh, good job, universe. Way to make an example.
Well, I was just telling you, I thought after over 2 weeks it'd be I wouldn't still have a craving, and I do. Maybe it's just the fact that I can't have it that makes me want it more. I don't know.
That's society in general. You make something illegal, you want it more.
You
right?
want it, yeah. That's why people love drugs.
Look at the country that legalized cocaine recreationally.
That's why kids drink.
Everybody used it for like the first year, and now no one does it.
Yeah.
Because it's legal. It doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter anymore. It's just another thing. Yeah. I don't know. Definitely looking forward to having a beer soon, though.
Well, I think it's just Sundays. You watching a good football game.
Oh, yeah.
We grilled a little bit today.
Yeah,
so
grill out, eat a little meat and cheese.
There's nothing better than some smoke in your face from the grill, from some little renderings of that fat.
And some malt and hops in your gullet.
That's it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That's why I didn't go out there.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you need help? And you're like, nope, not moving because I'm just going to want to drink.
It's good.
I subconsciously went to your refrigerator to grab a beer, and I was like, oh, no, can't do that.
It's like a routine. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fuck.
Anyway. 2 weeks in, sober October.
It's not that it's hard. It's just every once in a while you get this, like,
I didn't think I had craving. Every day I've gotten a craving.
I didn't think I was that person that, like, got a craving, like, and now I've gotten irritated twice in the last week. And the first thing I've thought of is just to fucking
have a drink.
Get plastered. And I was like, oh.
Get plastered.
Oh.
Shouldn't do that.
Oh, that's the kind of drinker I am. Oh, I had no idea.
Angry.
30 years into this motherfucking body, and I'm still learning things about myself.
Figuring it out.
Jesus. So, kids, when you're listening and you think you got it all figured out, you never figured it out.
You don't.
Never.
You don't. Never.
You learn things about yourself every day.
You heard things about... Never mind.
I don't even know what you were about to say. You gotta go again?
Don't worry about it.
You're looking uncomfortable.
No, I'm good.
Oh, you good? All right.
Yeah. What? I look uncomfortable? I'm good. We might have to take a break so I can expel some demons again, but we'll be all right.
Yeah. Brought over a little Cayenne Cleanse kombucha.
Yeah, a little booch, a little sponsor this week.
By Health Aid.
Health Aid Booch.
I think it's a Texas company.
A Texas company, is that what you said?
I think it's Texas. It seems like it's from Texas, right?
Why?
I don't know. I feel like anything that's just overtly ridiculous is
it is a big bottle, too.
Texas or California. Torrance, California.
Torrance, California.
Yeah, all right.
It's pretty good. Yeah. It's better than the kombucha I had, the other one. Whatever the other one was.
It's certified raw and gluten-free.
Yeah, everything in the ingredients said organic.
Yeah.
But that's pretty good. That little cayenne spice, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
It kills the fermenting flavor.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Oh, just to get a little hit right now. And then we also got
quick little hit.
We got some champagne bang.
Oh, it's interesting. Tastes nothing like champagne. I was hoping maybe I'll get a little liquor fix from it, but it didn't work.
I never thought it's made in America. I know that.
Bang. I always see people drinking it. I never had it. That's actually the first one I tried.
Weston, Florida.
Oh, Florida.
Shout out local.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I'd never had a bang before. It wasn't too bad. It's a little weird.
It's lightly carbonated. Like I'll get a cherry limeade. That one's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that one. I love a good cherry limeade.
And the guava pear I had the other day was good.
Yeah.
It's a nice sipping. It's almost like a little lightly carbonated juice, so I can sip on it while I study.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
If I don't want to drink coffee that day, which is never.
Never. Why wouldn't you want it?
Well, because I'm drinking coffee in the morning, and then like every like third day, I'm having I'll just drink a bang for the taste because I drink so much water.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing like on those days
Get you a little flavor.
On those days, I'm putting north of 500 grams of caffeine in my body, so that's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of caffeine.
Yeah.
A lot of caffeine.
Yeah, that's not good.
But so what's going on?
Michelle Tafoya is aging beautifully.
Is that the woman that they were just showing?
Yeah, looking like a full snack on NBC.
We'll see.
I've seen her. I've seen her as like a child.
Yeah.
All the way till now that I'm like, an old man. God, she's getting better with age. She's like a wine. Look at her.
Yeah, she's a pretty woman.
Yeah, she is. Good little snack.
So what's going on? What's been happening?
Another man. Came over here today early, watched some football.
Yeah, just been watching that football.
Had the same MRI up on my screen all day.
Yeah, didn't do no studying.
Haven't gotten any further.
Yeah, I didn't. I got a half hour of editing in today, although it is Sunday, and I was planning to edit, but I wasn't really looking to edit. I think I told you last night I was really just looking for any reason not to edit today.
Last night you said, how early you coming over?
Yeah.
The earlier you come over, the less work I have to do.
Yeah, and then I ended up going for a bike ride, which was an excuse not to work.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a half hour in. I'll just have to. I'll just double time it tomorrow. I was planning on editing some today because I got a half day shoot tomorrow, so it's gonna be taking up a little time. I was planning on editing. Eat up a little 4 or 5 hours tomorrow shooting. So
we got to be on time, 5 a.m. sharp tomorrow. Then
5 a.m. Yeah, probably should.
Yeah.
Try and be sharp tomorrow. 5 a.m. club.
There's nothing better than it's a 5 a.m. club is a gimmick for us. We're literally just making fun of Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Today he was 4:19 club.
So it's 4:19 a.m. We're up.
He's literally at his
4:19?
child's football or soccer or baseball game, some shit. 'Cause I can't make out what kind of field that is. And at the end of every one of the snaps about his child's game, he literally says, "Inspired, inspired." It's not inspired.
Inspired to be better.
He's inspired to be better.
Inspired to be better.
I don't know what inspires him.
It's 4:19 a.m.
But
we're out here. We're jumping jacks. We're running.
we're gonna play golf for 4 minutes.
Golf. It's 4:19.
This guy, he's 50. He's gonna try out for the NBA. He's gonna make a comeback.
Yeah, but in all actuality, it's
beautiful.
It's nice getting in and out early in the morning. It's honestly the only way I can stay honest, because if it's up to me to work out later in the day, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, if we were to go at 8 p.m. to when
not
they close at 10,
I'm gonna say no.
I'm sleeping in the next day till 10 o'clock. By
You
the
just
time
end
I
up being
eat,
worthless.
I start working at 1 p.m. and then I have to go to the gym at 8. So now you're only getting 6, maybe 5 or 6 hours.
It's been real nice to get the day started, and I'll tell you, some days we kind of bullshit. We end up being in there 2.5, 3 hours because we take our time. We hit the sauna, but when we get in and get it done, and we're out of there in 2 hours, and it's still dark
It's still
out.
dark. That's what I was gonna say. Like the best part.
Yeah, it's pretty inspiring.
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah. No, and I think
nice.
now that we're using the oxygen deprivation, I think we're going to start moving any quicker.
Yeah, we're getting a
we're
quicker
start
workout.
gas earlier.
Yeah, we're getting a quicker workout.
So a lot of times the first week we were out pretty much early, and then the second week we started going a little later because our endurance was higher.
Yeah, we
so
were
we can
doing
do a little more.
Yeah, we weren't gassed, so we just keep going. Like, oh, what now? I don't know. Let's go over there and throw this around. You know.
And then we got our resident beast mode team that's there.
Yeah, trying to kill us.
Jesus Christ.
So, but yeah, I think the mask is helping us get gassed a little quicker.
Mm-hmm.
I think I gotta check. I gotta find my box. I think I gotta up the elevation.
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 Yeah, I got mine at 9,000.
Yeah, I think I'm only at 3 or 6. I haven't used it in a while, so
I tried because I think you can go 12 and then 15. Yeah, 12 and then 15. I tried 12 and that was brutal.
yeah, I'm not sure what I got in there.
9 was good because I'm still like
I gotta find the box. I
I'm
know I
still
got the
struggling
inserts.
hard, but I'm not gonna pass out because
Yeah.
I legit fell off the stairmaster.
Yeah, you did. You fell off.
Yeah, that's like no gimmick. Like
We were
I
going pretty hard.
I looked at my watch and my heart rate was like 168, and I was
Yeah.
like I still had the mask on. I had to lift it to get some air in.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull the box out tonight and see where I'm at. I forget what I ended up putting in there. I think I started out pretty simple.
You should start simple. Start low.
I think I
yeah.
started at 6 because with nothing it's like 3, and then with one insert it's like 6. So I think I'm at
I think
6.
there's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
Yeah, I think I'm at like 6 or 9. But I think I should up it a little bit.
Yeah.
But so
That's pretty much, I was gonna ask you what your week was like, but that pretty much was it.
what? Your week?
No, I was gonna ask you what your week was like, but that was pretty much it, except for yesterday.
Yeah, I went to the Oktoberfest yesterday. Had me some sausage and pretzel, potato salad, and got me a nice fresh squeezed lemonade to wash it down since I couldn't drink all the fantastic beer they had. And actually ended up finding a Buddy Brew truck. They had a little truck out there serving up coffee. Got me a little iced Americano. So that was good.
Yep. Oh, shout out to Little Donut House for the hospitality and free donuts. Went down there, had a little lunch on Tuesday.
Went down
or Wednesday.
there Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
We went and had a little lunch, a little sandwich, and got a little couple free donuts from them.
Yeah.
They also served Buddy Brew coffee. That was nice.
Yeah, excellent little place, little small, nice, quaint.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah. Weird location, but I think they'll do all right.
Yeah. It's right there. They're on the border there with South Tampa and downtown. They're in a decent area, but a weird area.
Yeah.
But they'll get it. They're not too far off the highway and Dale Mabry right there, so they'll get a lot of traffic, I think.
Yeah, and the West Shore Plaza, you got the Sheraton right there.
Yeah.
They'll do all right. They'll do all right.
They should do well. They should do well there. I don't know how long they've been open, but
I think just recently.
donuts were fantastic.
Yeah, they were. They were crazy good.
Little mini donuts, little 1-2 biters.
Which one was your favorite? I didn't ask.
Trim my mustache. Let's see. What do we get? We got a strawberry shortcake. We got a salted caramel pretzel.
Yeah.
A
Reese's.
Peanut butter cup.
Cookie dough. A pecan pie.
Pecan pie. And one more. What are we missing here? I don't know. Could probably look at that picture, but I want to say the Reese's peanut butter was my favorite, but that's just because I'm a big chocolate peanut butter guy. We got the maple bacon.
Maple bacon.
That was the sixth one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say the Reese's was my favorite because I love chocolate peanut butter.
Yeah,
and that fudge they had on top was fantastic.
Yeah, they had the fudge on the cookie dough one too, and that was great. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say the Reese's with a close second to the maple bacon.
See, for me, the maple bacon was good, but I don't know. I don't think maple frosting is my thing. Like, I love a maple syrup. I love maple flavored stuff, but the few times I've had like something like that, like a maple bacon donut or a maple bacon something, it's great, but I don't know. I'm not sure I like the maple frosting in general that places use. It's not that I don't like it, but I don't think it's not enough to pull me away from peanut butter.
No,
you know?
I get what you're saying.
It's good.
No, that Reese's was crazy. That chocolate fudge was out of this world.
Yeah, the fudge was great. The peanut butter was good. Good shit.
Yep.
But
yeah.
So I think that's about. I had a pretty easy week. I got a new show to work on. Yeah, just did some editing and then went to the Oktoberfest. So, pretty simple.
Yeah, we're down to 2 people on Sober October, just you and me.
Yeah, Vintage gave in.
Yep. And then decides to tell us today we all get a freebie.
Yeah, no, man, it doesn't count. We all get a freebie. It's like, no, it's only because you took a freebie. So, well,
Bingo.
you took a day, so you're just going to say it's a freebie. And then once we all use one, he'll go use another and say, nah, man, we all get 3.
That's exactly how it's going to go.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So we're not giving in.
Oh, yeah.
Although you tried calling me out because I had some port wine cheese.
Yeah. No, because I went to Publix. I was telling him I went to Publix yesterday to grab some sausage for that keto diet. And
Snoss.
they have some. They had some limited edition real beer bratwurst.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And I aired on not
see,
getting
the
them
alcohol
just
is going
in
to cook
case.
out.
I know, but
Did I say that right? The alcohol is going to cook out. I don't know,
it'll burn
felt
out.
Weird.
It'll
Well, yeah, it's going to cook it out,
It'll
right?
heat out. Yeah, it should. I aired on the side of caution.
That's the whole thing with cooking with wine and beer and stuff. The alcohol cooks out. You just get the flavor.
Yeah, and the only reason why we ate the port wine cheese because there was no listing of any alcohol because I believe they have to list it even if it's 0.01%.
They got to tell you that there's something in there.
Even on non-alcoholic beers, they have to list it.
Yeah.
So.
Which I looked up non-alcoholic beer because I want that beer flavor, but I couldn't find one that had 0%. I think the lowest I found was 0.05 was the lowest I found. Because like O'Doul's, which is like a well-known one here in the States, it's got
O'Doul's.
0.5. It's got a 0.5%. But I found a Beck's. Beck's. I didn't know Beck's made a non-alcoholic.
Beck's
but
is now an alcoholic, right?
No. Beck's makes a great beer.
I thought it was exclusively non-alcoholic.
No. They make a great beer.
Oh.
Good Pilsner, probably a good 5% or something.
Oh.
No, they make a Beck's Blue, which I didn't know, and it's non-alcoholic. But it's 0.05. I didn't know they had one. But it's from Germany, so they call it alcohol-free, I think is what Europeans call it. Or, yeah, alcohol-free.
See, European.
Yeah, very. But it's okay. Yeah, right here. So this is the Beck's Blue. But
That's the only thing I knew.
normal Beck's is fantastic. It's a good beer. It's actually what the lady was drinking at Oktoberfest yesterday because it's a German Pilsner.
Interesting.
So they had it. Yeah, Beck's is a good beer. You never had it?
No, I always thought it was non-alcoholic.
No.
And if you hand me a
just a
non-alcoholic
good-
beer, I'll punch you in your fuck.
That's just their normal one right there. Looks the same, just it's got alcohol. It's good beer. It's good Pilsner.
You learn something new every day.
Oh, yeah.
What a country.
What a country.
Yeah, the country's had a real good week this week.
Who?
The country.
Oh, our country.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why did we have a good week?
Well, what was it? Hurricane Michael, the fourth largest hurricane to make landfall.
That's not a good week.
Oh, I was being completely sarcastic.
Oh.
I didn't know Mexico Beach was a city in Florida.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until the hurricane hit and it popped up and said it made landfall in Mexico Beach. And I was like...
No, it didn't make landfall. It leveled the entire city.
But when it was making landfall.
There's a...
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
There's a photo on one of the things I saw, and it's like a slider photo, like before after, and to see the destruction, like.
Well, it made landfall straight into it was a Category 4 coming straight for
and
it.
they think
so.
a lot of those people, like the city is estimated like it's like 1,000 population. It's like 1,047 or some shit like that. And they estimate that probably north of 300 people stayed and rode it out because because that's what Floridians do, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, we get a lot of hurricanes that come through here, so I think the fear factor is a lot lessened.
It's the way the jet stream around the state works. Like all the spaghetti lines will literally put it on Tampa every fucking year, and it always at the last minute turns or breaks apart.
Yeah, Tampa hasn't had a direct hit in years.
I think Hurricane Ivan was a direct hit, but it literally, by the time it made landfall, the jet stream broke it completely in half.
Yeah, and
it plummeted in
we didn't get much, at least on this side of town. I think on the other side of town, it was raining pretty hard all day.
It just
like
drizzled.
over in West Chase. And even up in Wesley Chapel, there was a lot more rain. But like here, it just drizzled all day.
It drizzled.
Not even, honestly. It drizzled like 3 times on and off. I think once it hit like 8 o'clock, even once the storm was pretty much past, we were just getting a little outskirts. Like I got a little bit heavier rain here, but not much.
Yeah.
Not much at all.
Yeah, a lot of the roads around that area, the Panhandle there, Mexico Beach, a lot of the roads are just destroyed. So
wow.
They've with the death toll as of this morning was 18, and they think it's going to get worse.
Yeah, once they start finding more.
Yeah, from here all the way up the eastern seaboard, like this eastern coastline, all up to Virginia, they estimate 400,000+ people without power.
Wow. Yeah, I saw. 4,000.
400,000.
Okay, I was gonna say
it's like 400,035 estimated, but
I saw there was flooding issues even like up in South Carolina and stuff like that.
Yeah, they just got hit again, even though it's not a hurricane, it's just more rain.
Well, that's it. They didn't need more rain.
Yeah.
They still haven't recovered from that.
The Panhandle, they're just handing out MREs and water.
Are they?
That's all they can do right now.
Yeah. Well, what else can you do?
They had like 200 distress calls, I think, in the last 24 hours on people that were either trapped or...
Damn.
This one lady, it's unfortunate, and our thoughts are with her. She had to watch her husband die because the tree came right through their house, and it squashed him, and he just bled out.
Wow.
They were trying to get an ambulance to him, but all the roads were tore up.
You can't. Yeah, I mean,
They tried. Just he ended up. I assume he just ended up bleeding out.
Yeah, probably couldn't get anybody there in time.
No, it's an unfortunate. I think the because the midterm elections is a big thing here for Florida. It's it's going to be a big turn for our state. Our state is traditionally Republican. Probably for the last 10 years, 12 years.
It's pretty Republican here.
It's Republican except for Bill Nelson as the Senate because he's Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like it's going to take a weird turn because I think he's going. I think Nelson will get he'll get unseated, and then I think I don't know. I think people are going to vote for. I think is DeSantis Democrat? No, Gillum's Democrat.
Yes.
Then I think we'll stay Republican because I think people are going to vote for the other one.
Mm.
And I think Rick Nelson's going to unseat Bill Nelson. Rick Scott, excuse me.
Rick Scott.
I think he'll unseat Bill Nelson. So, but I think they I think they suspended all their campaigns and shit.
Anything they were doing,
which is nice.
Sure. Of course.
Because I think voting's on Thursday.
I think it's this week, right?
Yeah, like Wednesday or Thursday. So
it's coming up.
Good job for them to suspend their campaign and all that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I can't tell you the last time a Panhandle took a hit like that.
Yeah, not since I've been here.
Yeah, you get worried when a hurricane comes that trajectory because of you think of New Orleans, you think of some of the.
Of course, yeah, that's what I was worried about.
You think of some of the cities that are below sea level. See, that's the problem with New Orleans. New Orleans is a bowl.
It's
a bowl
sitting in a bowl.
It's way below sea level.
Yeah.
So the moment those levees broke, the whole city's flooded. That's it.
That's what happens.
And it's unfortunate, but that's just natural. It's just natural.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, exactly. That's just what it is.
I think people were clamoring
honestly, they should have made New Orleans somewhere else, not in a bowl.
Well, when you're in a bowl, you should every probably 10 to 15 years, look at your levees and redo them. And I think they had been the same since I think 80, 81, 82, something like that. It's one of those things that you have to, on a cycle, cyclically just
absolutely
look at them and go, okay, this isn't going to hold because, I'm a firm believer in global warming. These storms are just getting harder and they're getting larger.
They are. Yeah, they are getting bigger and harder.
I didn't watch the news the night before the last day I went to the gym, like the Thursday or the Wednesday, whenever it was supposed to make landfall.
It hit
and
on Wednesday.
You were like, yeah, man, it's a Category 4 overnight. I thought it was still like a 2.
Yeah. It changed. It changed Wednesday morning. I looked and it was up to a 4.
Because my comment to you was like, it's not going to be that heavy, but it's just it's one of the largest
big
storms I've ever seen.
Yeah, so it's just going to drown.
And you were
out.
like, it's a Category 4, and I went, oh, that's worst case scenario.
Yeah, it went up to a 4 overnight. Because on Tuesday I saw it was a 3. Which is still pretty heavy, but it got bigger and heavier.
One of the largest size storms I think I've ever seen.
Huge.
And I've been a Floridian all my
life.
life.
Whole fucking Gulf.
And I remember, I was a child, but I remember Andrew and the size of Andrew when it decimated Miami, and Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm and all that area. I think this storm was bigger in size.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was.
That's
so
huge.
Thoughts with everyone out there, man. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And then you fast forward. To Wednesday, and you got Kanye West sitting in the Oval Office. Jesus Christ, that's almost as bad as a hurricane.
Yeah.
Not to be funny, I do my best to be impartial on Trump, but Jesus Christ, having Kanye West, and having reporters there and talking about whatever the fuck he was talking about.
Well, but here's the thing: is he has a quote unquote, if you want to call it, minority in the White House that's supporting him. Dude, he's obviously gonna.
A lot of people are saying that they're like, this is.
He's 2 years in. He's got to start planning for trying to get reelected. A lot of the articles on it basically were alluding like this is Donald Trump's one African American meeting for his election, and I don't think that's it because I don't think he really cares about race. No, but I think he's a smart enough man to see like, shit, I'm going to start campaigning here soon, and this guy likes me. Let's use it to our advantage.
And people think that Kanye West is just bullshitting. I think he genuinely likes Trump. Like, I don't think he's fucking around.
Yeah.
I think he was there with Jim Brown, the Hall of Fame NFL running back. Jim Brown was there. Kid Rock was there because they signed the music law to give them more money for the streaming, which is amazing. That's a great thing.
Yeah, of course.
Musicians for ever have been completely fucked.
Oh, they've been getting fucked since the internet started.
I was reading an article for the last 10 years. You only made money as an artist if you went on a tour.
Yeah,
like you made pennies from your album.
Well,
And-
you would make record sales, but yeah, I mean, because of the shitty contracts with record labels, you wouldn't get a ton.
Your agent takes 10. Your
but
management
then
takes
when
10.
the internet came out,
fucking
that
Interscope
fucked
takes 10.
record sales.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So that's, I mean, it was the reason why people were there was for a good thing, but then we give this idiot 10 minutes of unadulterated access.
Yeah.
Sitting there talking about prison reform. What does he know about prison reform?
Yeah, I don't know. Has he ever been
He
to
wants
prison?
to abolish the 13th Amendment, and he doubled down on it. Like, that's the amendment for slavery, and I think I understand.
He wants to abolish it?
Because this is my take on it. I think he wants to abolish it so that because the 13th
So we can
Amendment,
move on?
so we can move on. Like the
Because
13th
it's not going to
Amendment,
happen
the
now.
13th Amendment abolishes slavery.
Well,
slavery is not a thing anymore, so let's not have a law against it, right?
You take that away, and you got some crazy motherfuckers kidnapping people, chaining them up, and making them do shit. I mean, I'm just saying.
I get where he's coming from. If it's not a thing
Course.
anymore and everybody knows not to
Then
do it,
why do we need
then
it?
let's not make this a stigma, a continued
But
stigma.
everybody doesn't know not to do it. That's the problem. Or maybe they know not to, but because they can't, because it's illegal.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote down. Wrong screen.
But yeah, I mean, I think you wipe it away, you're going to start having some issues.
Yeah,
honestly.
I wrote down he had 10 things, and I just wrote down the bullets of the things that he talked about. The MAGA hat, the Make America Great Again hat, apparently makes him feel like a superhero.
Okay.
He mentioned time and how it doesn't exist.
Okay.
Because you should worry about today and not the future.
Okay.
He wants to open up more industries and factories in the U.S. Via tax breaks. Not the worst thing he said.
No.
He wants He wants Apple and Trump to work together on an I-plane for Air Force One. It's a hydrogen plane. He was even showing him pictures.
Not a terrible idea.
Again, not a terrible idea, but I don't think Apple's going to make a fucking plane just for Air Force One.
Yeah.
And then liberals are distracting black people by focusing on racism, which I unfortunately think that might be true. Liberals are distracting African Americans and blacks
absolutely.
by focusing on racism. And I think of all the fucking crazy things this idiot says,
it's
I think
very
he's right.
true. Yeah. Quit making it a thing and making it bigger than it is. You know?
When I'm reading the article and I'm going, I hate Kanye West. And then I read the last paragraph, and I went, it would take an idiot to say something profound, you know? Mm-hmm. I don't think he's wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think he's wrong. I mean, the left and the liberals, they have control of the tech companies, they have control of the internet, and they're able to push agendas. And I think they're pushing racism. Mm-hmm. I mean, I called you the day after Vintage called me at 2:00 in the morning on Friday night.
He fell off the wagon.
And, I couldn't go back to sleep. So
or hopped back on it, whichever way you want to look at it.
he hopped back on. So I flicked on the TV, and HBO had Pod Saves America. It's a podcast, and I've listened to it before. It's not my forte, but it is what it is. Caveat, I don't think their Pod Saves America. I think it just makes it more divisive.
Well, it's
but
just a
that's
name.
just my take. But HBO gave them a 1-hour long special, and it was just grandstanding to Democrats and liberals. Like, I'm an independent. I don't really, I don't have any skin in the game either way. But if you watch that, if you're a 17-year-old kid and you watch that for an hour, you are running when you turn 18 to go vote Democrat. You're running because you think that the worst is going to happen.
Yeah.
And the whole time,
that's what they want.
And the whole time, they're saying how Republicans are making it so divisive and so divided, and you either against them or with them, and that's exactly what they're doing for the last hour.
They're doing.
They're doing the same thing.
That's
the
all
pot
I've
calling
seen.
the kettle black.
That's all that I've ever seen liberals do. Honestly, that's why I'm no party.
I'm independent because I find things I like on both parties, and I find things I hate.
The whole thing is George Washington said we should not have a bipartisan system.
That's why he only ran one time.
Yeah, it is not the way that is going to work because you got division. I sit in the middle, and I like to see what people want to say. I might agree with half of what you say. I might agree with half of what he says, and then I can make my decision.
I think we do a pretty decent job of just saying facts and
I'm a very factual person. I want to know what it is.
When we give our personal opinion, we make it known that's our personal opinion.
I've always been very. I don't know how to. I've always been very cautious of the government and people, like how things are presented, because a lot of it's bullshit.
I mean, when I'm watching that Pod Saves America thing, I'm thinking to myself, 4 years ago, if you would have looked at Trump's political record, he was Democrat. He was Democrat
most of his life.
If he runs Democrat, beats Hillary in the caucuses and the GOP, and then wins as a Democratic president, are they still saying the same things?
Yeah, that's
right?
That's a good statement. Yeah.
Do you still feel the same way that you feel about Trump if he was a Democratic president?
See, I don't think, though. I think Hillary would have beat him if they were running against each other.
Oh, I'm just saying hypothetical.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the whole reason why he ran Republican. Because he couldn't beat her.
I don't think he would have made it through that way.
He could beat her in a presidential race. He couldn't beat her in a GOP race.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But hypothetically, if he was the Democratic GOP nominee and he wins, do they still feel the same way?
No, because he would have won, so they would have voted for him.
It don't make any sense to me to throw so much mud at each other. It just doesn't.
It's ridiculous. It's just stirring up shit for no fucking reason. Quit thinking people are one way just because of something they said.
Well, it's look, fact. The economy's doing okay.
Yeah.
Fact. Yeah. Unemployment has come down.
Yeah.
Fact. I hate the fact that he doesn't believe in global warming.
There's pluses and minuses on every side. Absolutely.
I talk about when I talk to people that I'm friends with.
But does he not really, or is he just playing that side? You'll never know.
You'll never know.
You'll never know.
Never know. But whenever I say something to friends of mine, I don't think he's done anything horrible except for the EPA and the environment, i.e. global warming, and people immediately jump all over me for being a Trump supporter. I'm like, did you not just hear what I said?
Yeah. Listen,
I named off a couple of things I think he's doing okay in, and I named off
things he's not doing good
like
in.
that he did that he does.
But as soon as people hear that you agree with something he has done or said, you're wrong and you're a racist and you're a supporter.
If you're not fully with the liberals, 100%,
then
you are against them.
100%.
That's exactly,
that's how they run,
and they think that the other party's like that. I'm like, look in the fucking mirror.
Well, that's it. That's my problem with that side. Is it's a lot of hypocrisy in that sense,
And I every week I see more bullshit on the internet. Like, you cannot tell me that the left does not have a strong hand in the internet and what you see on the internet. I'm sorry.
Of course they do.
I'm sorry. Every week it gets worse.
Most tech companies are all liberal.
Yeah.
They're highly liberal. Nothing wrong with it. But there's some bias there.
100%.
There's some bias. Don't say there isn't. I'm not saying it's bad or good, but it's there.
Yeah, I know. I'm indifferent on it. It's your company. You run it the way you want to. I personally don't care.
Do what you want with it.
But don't tell me it's fair.
Yeah.
Don't try to convince me it's
fair.
What
pisses me off is, though, that they've got those blacklists out there for anybody that's not a liberal.
Oh, YouTube and their demonetization?
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit. Let people say what they want to say.
Louder with Crowder's pretty much pulled his shit off YouTube. He's doing a subscription thing through his website. You got David Dubin does his own thing through his own website. When he had Jesus, man. God, I'm so bad with names. When he had Jordan Peterson on, their live stream on YouTube crashed.
Who?
David Dubin.
Oh, okay.
The Dubin Report. The Rubin Report? Dubin Report. It's a political podcast, and I listen to it every once in a while when he has someone good on. And he had Peterson on, so I, of course, listened to it. I think Jordan Peterson is one of the most important male figures in the world right now.
Very smart, man.
And they joked that they were like, YouTube might pull this live stream because they do like Rogan, whereas they live stream it and then they put it up.
Yeah, yeah.
And 4.5 minutes in, it crashed. And it quote unquote crashed, and they got it back up like 2 minutes later. But they were like,
it's kind of funny.
They were like, this is kind of funny.
Obviously, could just be a coincidence, but it's funny.
Yeah, and they were like, we don't want to say it is because then it might happen again.
Okay, yeah, don't say shit about it. Just move on.
So they literally just went, well, we don't know what happened, but we're going to move on. Don't know what happened,
but we're moving on. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogan had a pretty good week with Roseanne, and it's a pretty good guess. I know. Did you watch the whole Roseanne thing?
I listened to it. I didn't watch it, but I actually just finished it this morning. Been listening to it over the last couple days. It wasn't bad.
No,
it wasn't bad. It was pretty good. Like I was telling you the other day, a lot of it felt a little forced to me. But I think she's, obviously being highly monitored right now on what she says.
Well, because
she
made a fortune on those 10 episodes,
Of
right?
course.
But she doesn't have network money. And if she says anything
that's
against
it.
the
Yeah.
network, they can easily sue her for defamation. And then,
Of course, yeah.
And you know all they're going to do is they're going to tie her up in legal bills until she quits, until she taps out.
Yeah, exactly.
And I thought she was very smart in what she said when he asked her if they gave her like options, in terms of the show. And she was like, no, I just signed it over to them because I can't say I'm an advocate for jobs. And then, which I think was,
no, it was great. Yeah,
I never looked at it that way.
Because he was asking her what happened because she was trying to make a deal with like, okay, because they had asked, she said they came and asked her to sign the rights to the show over to them so they could continue without her. And she talked about trying to make a deal with them so she could get on one of their shows to give her side and do an interview, basically, and
like a talk or
like
whatever.
some kind of talk show, do some kind of interview on their network so she could give her side and she would sign the rights over. But she said she did it anyway because she's like, I've been advocating my whole career for fair work and letting people work. She's like, most of those people were planning for a second season and probably already spent the money. So who am I to take that away from them? So she just did it, which is awesome. It's nice of her, And
I when I was at the gym, coincidentally, they had the news on, and I didn't know John Goodman is Connor, right? Is John Connor?
Yeah.
He was the only one that came out and like didn't slam her. He was the only one that pseudo stood up for. Did
he stand up though, or did he just not say anything?
No, he actually got in trouble.
Did he?
He did get in trouble. What happened was he was in Europe doing a European interview, and they asked him about it. About his character specifically, like how is your character going to react without Roseanne being there? And he said, he goes, they don't really like me to talk about it. I actually really can't. And like this is just the sidebar. He was like, but it was Europe. I didn't think that anyone would ever hear me.
Wow.
And he goes, all I said was, I think my character will be kind of sad for her not to be there. Like
Can you get?
That was his endorsement. Like, I'm sad to see her go.
Yeah.
Of
course.
Because I think people close to her know she's not a racist.
Well, of course. I mean, they've
and
probably,
her and John Goodman have been great friends for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Right?
Since probably before the show, I would assume.
And he got in trouble
or
for that.
since the show. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Two executives.
How much trouble did he really get in there?
Slap on the well, if you take him out of the show, you got to cancel the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, you can't take them both out.
And then two executives this week said they probably shouldn't have fired her. They should have just suspended her and let her come back and given her time to let it blow over.
Well, and then the president got fired.
Got fired.
Yeah.
And his response was, I didn't know I was going to have to cancel the number one show.
He said, I didn't know I was going to be forced to cancel the number one show.
Fuck you.
You were the president. You didn't have to cancel shit.
You didn't have to cancel shit.
Nope.
And I told you this on the phone. I never saw a picture of Valerie Jarrett. She doesn't look black. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, honestly.
I just assumed she was a black woman.
I honestly didn't know who she was.
I didn't
know
either.
When this whole thing happened, somebody had posted a picture of her, and I was like, she doesn't really look black. I mean, you could tell she's got some ethnic background in her, but you can't tell what she is. She could be your cousin.
Do you know how many people in Carneyville would get mad at me or some bullshit and then tell me to suck their dick or call me a faggot in Spanish because they didn't think I was Cuban and I didn't think I understood?
Yeah.
You gonna tell me that a tweet's worse than that?
Yeah. I never would have guessed you were Cuban.
Yeah. And they don't know, and they tell me to suck their dick, or they call me the F word. And I would just look at them and
just say something back in Spanish.
I would say something about their mother real quick.
That's funny.
Hey, ¿quieres un? I won't say it. But yeah, because I'm not fluent by any stretch of the imagination, and I have to think hard to make a full sentence. But you piss me off like that. Yeah, I'll throw something real quick at you.
Throw a little heat back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ella la madre, yeah. Yeah. Suka la memenka. Yeah.
Oh.
Does your mama want to suck my dick?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But no, I don't. When I was thinking about this, I thought of it that way. Like, I've had plenty of people throw out Spanish derogatory shit at me all the time. Yeah. And that's way worse than a stupid fucking tweet. And
yeah. Well, and the point that she was trying to make on Rogan was that she wasn't even. One, she didn't know she was black, and two, she was making more of a political statement and not anything about race.
Yeah, she didn't like the Iran deal.
She just used, and she had said about how she's from Utah and they call people apes all the time. I don't know.
I can't like that term. I don't know, but
yeah,
here in the South there are terms like that.
Yeah,
there are terms like that. Like my grandfather. I don't know if you ever met my grandfather, my dad's dad.
No, I don't think so.
He was darker than my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone, blacks, whites, everyone always called him el negro.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make the translation to what that is in English, right?
Black.
Yeah. Well, the N-word. But
but negro just means black.
It was
right?
it was the inferred
But they would
slang.
actually say it.
It was the
Okay.
inferred slang.
Okay.
Like,
all right.
Like in Cuban, a lot of words have various meanings. How you say
it depends on how you say it, what your context is.
And
that's
not just a Cuban
of,
thing. That's just a Spanish thing.
No. That's a other language thing. I mean, a lot of languages don't have words for everything like we do. We make a word for everything. Even if it's unnecessary.
I think that's like a Southern Midwest thing, but I don't know that term.
Yeah.
But and then she was honest. She did say, "Look, they told me not to tweet. I kind of hung myself on that one, so I'm mad about it, but I can't really blame people for it. I did make the tweet. Whether
Mm-hmm.
She said it's misunderstood. It's been
course,
misrepresented.
The only person that's ever going to know what it really meant is her.
Yeah.
So.
I think James Gunn is going to direct a DC movie.
That's an interesting take.
I think Suicide
they
Squad
probably
2.
did that on purpose, huh?
I think
they
Suicide
said,
Squad.
Come over here.
I think I read that this week.
Make our movies better.
I just thought of that. Let me see. Hold on. I think because
I hadn't heard that. That's funny.
I read that Dave Bautista.
They jumped right on
it wants to jump on board of Suicide Squad 2, and I think that was because James Gunn is gonna be the director.
That's interesting. That's kind of yep. Well, it says writer. It says he's gonna be a writer on it.
Yeah, it's planning a completely fresh take on Suicide Squad.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. On IMDb doesn't have anything for director yet, but it says he's listed as a writer.
Yeah, he just came on this week.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'll. But does it say he's going to direct?
I'm looking on the website now. Hold on.
That's kind of funny.
He's been officially linked to it, and he's rewriting the entire movie.
Okay, so they're letting him write it. They might let him direct it as well.
Yeah. If he's got a relationship with the...
I didn't think the first one was too bad.
Yeah, they're saying he might completely reboot it.
It was one of their... It's funny, though, because it was one of their better movies.
The director, Gavin O'Connor, has exited.
So the person that was supposed to direct
the planned director has left.
Okay, so it's open.
So it's open.
So it very well could happen.
It's a great pickup for them.
That's kind of funny, though. He's like, all right, fuck it, I'll come over here. You guys don't want me anymore?
Fuck it. And then Dave Bautista legit said, I'd love to get on board. like you were just in Avengers 4, and you're not that big of an actor, but you do well in the parts they got you in, and you're like, fuck it, Disney, I'm gonna stick it to you real quick.
Yeah.
That's a relationship that's headed for a disaster.
Yeah.
Because he's not holding back.
No. Yeah, exactly.
That's another one that'll probably lose his job over a fucking tweet that will have no malice in it. It'll just be like, it'll be another tweet on support of James Gunn, and they're gonna be like, "Fuck it, we're done. You're fired."
Yeah, they'll end up just yeah. Well, maybe he could still be in both movies.
That would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
Yeah,
I'd be up for that. He did great. I loved him in Guardians. So
he plays it great.
He plays a good character.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he could do a DC character well. I'm sure they could find something for him.
Oh yeah.
But that's pretty interesting. I hadn't heard that. That's good. That's good.
We gotta find areas for redemption. We have to find areas for forgiveness.
Yeah.
And we can't just jump to these horrific conclusions.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
And just be like, you're fired.
That's more it.
It's
not so much of. We do need to find. How would you put it? Ways for
forgiveness or redemption.
Yeah. But it's also not jumping so far one way.
Yeah.
That we can't come back to start. You know,
like Harvey Weinstein. I don't want any redemption or forgiveness for him.
No, of course not.
That's a horrible person.
In situations
But I don't think a
like
tweet.
James Gunn didn't really do anything wrong.
I don't-
He tweeted some stupid shit how long ago was it? Years ago?
2010, 8 years ago.
8 years ago, and then it was also just it was bad jokes. He was trying to make jokes.
It was a piss poor joke, but
and
it was a
just
joke.
a bad joke, you know? I don't know. Whatever.
One of the cases for Weinstein got thrown out.
Really?
Yeah, some false information. They got text messages or something.
Well, there's going to be some of that, of course.
Yeah, they tossed it out.
With so many people coming out, you got to expect that some of them aren't going to be 100%.
Well, I mean, we called this that's eight weeks ago. I said that's going to be. I don't think he's going to get any jail time.
Yeah,
so that's one out. Let's see
I'm
what
not
happens.
sure about that, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I think he should spend the rest of his life in jail, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not advocating for him to get off scot-free, but
what if it comes out that all of it's wrong?
I just don't think he's just. Well, then I'll eat my words,
and eat your words.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it is, but that's one. You know, yeah. If I had to guess, some of them were his fault.
It's just too much.
Yeah, exactly.
It's too much.
There's too much to not be.
You know, it's like the Kavanaugh thing. Like, it's one lady who doesn't remember how much she drank. She doesn't remember the party.
Yeah.
She doesn't remember the day. She doesn't remember anything. All she remembers is she was sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
Now, it was a heinous sexual assault because I finally read like the details of it. He held her down and he said he was going to kill her. He was covering her mouth.
Yeah.
Like, if that happened,
if that's true,
a horrible thing.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
no one else in his whole lifetime,
Well, and then she couldn't even come up with anything else either. You know.
Weinstein's got a track record.
Yeah, that's it. There's so much there.
Yeah. Well,
not saying either of them. Not saying
I'm not saying
Kavanaugh didn't do anything either.
He could be a horrendous person for all
absolutely.
I know, but given the information at hand,
we're more speaking about the odds with one versus however many came out against Weinstein.
What is it, 12 or 15 fucking women?
Yeah. Chances are there's a few in there that he was in the wrong.
Oh. 100%.
Oh.
Speaking of women.
Oh, God.
Nah, it's a good thing, man.
Is it? What?
The senior vice president of baseball operations for the entire Major League Baseball, Kim Ng, I found out how to pronounce that. Ng.
What? Ng?
Yeah, it's NG, but it's pronounced ENG. Ng.
Eng?
Yeah.
Eng.
Eng.
How's it spelled?
NG.
NG. That's it. That's the last name.
But it's pronounced ENG.
Or would that be ING?
Because it was a description on how to pronounce it correctly. It was like it was. Yeah, it was like Eng.
Eng.
Eng. Yeah.
Eng.
She's getting it's rumored that she's going to get an interview to be the president of baseball operations for the San Francisco Giants.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That would be. There's never been a woman general manager, but she would actually be above that. So I think that's a great thing.
It's better. Yeah.
It's even better.
Oh, nice. Very good.
We need more of that. I don't think general managers.
And so she's not a vice president for a team right now. She's just for all baseball operations.
All baseball operations of the whole major league.
So she's going to a president of a team.
Mm-hmm.
But is that lower or higher because she's a president, but it's only for one team, whereas right now she's overseeing everything. So it's almost like she's already
as the
in a
senior
higher
VP of
position.
the baseball operations. We're just talking about the operations of baseball.
Okay.
As a team president of operations, it's like a Theo Epstein. Like you are running.
Well, yeah.
You're picking players. You're scouting.
But you're overseeing the whole sport in the other one.
I don't think.
Although again, only a senior vice president, not like.
I don't think it's a job she could pass up. She's literally the first. She'll be the first female in charge of a team.
That's pretty.
They'll be the owner.
That's pretty powerful. I'm just wondering if her position right now isn't actually a higher position.
Yeah, and it's not her first interview. She had an interview for the Dodgers GM spot in 2005.
Didn't get it.
She was one of the first women to get a look at.
Okay.
And then she became this senior VP, and she's just killing it at her job. And analytics wise, she's off the chart allegedly. So they're giving her a hard look. I'm hoping she gets the job.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be great for the MLB. It's great for women. It's great for sports.
Yeah.
We need more women in
sports.
in executive spots in sports.
Yeah.
You're starting to see them as referees, officials. Yep. It's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Good thing.
Nice.
Yeah. Fuck American Airlines.
Why? I mean, I agree, but why?
Fuck American Airlines.
Why? Anytime I fly them, there's something goes wrong. So
yeah, I've lost my luggage 3 times in 2 years on fucking American. Fuck American Airlines.
But why?
They won some fucking award, in July of this year.
Really?
They won an award for commitment to disability inclusion.
I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, awesome, right? Well, how come a family with an autistic kid were told they couldn't get on the fucking flight?
Jesus Christ.
And fuck the person that wrote this article too. A child that has autism that's yelling and screaming, don't label that as a fucking meltdown.
Yeah.
That's a part of their fucking syndrome.
Yeah,
it's a part of their disease.
Yeah, that's not a meltdown.
They labeled it as a fucking meltdown. That pissed me the hell off.
Part of being autistic.
A meltdown is a 5-year-old or a 10-year-old bitching because they don't get what they fucking want.
Yeah, that's not the same
An autistic kid yelling and screaming has no control over that. Yeah. It's not a fucking meltdown. Pick a better fucking word.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Where'd you find the article?
I don't even know. It was it was a copy and paste deal. But the family claimed that they had called a week in advance. They have 2 kids that are autistic. They called the airlines. The airline, American actually does this where they'll let you come all the way through security and all the way to the terminal a week before
to get
a trial run, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's great. The day of the flight, they get through, and one of the 2 children that they had that's autistic was having one of his episodes.
Yeah.
And the ticket agent at the terminal said, you can't get on the flight because you're going to disturb the other patrons on the flight, and what's going to happen is we're going to turn it around and deboard you. And she was like, I just cleared all this. Like there's
this has been approved.
You just won a fucking award in July. How's this possible?
Yeah, how are you going to turn me away?
And they were like, well, your husband can go with the other 4 kids and you can stay here. And the mom basically said, like, if I tell my whole family they can't go on this trip, then my 3 kids that aren't autistic, I run the risk of them resenting my other 2 kids because children don't understand.
Yeah.
All they see is we can't
Especially
go on this
when they've
trip
got issues
because
like
my
that.
sister or brother, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So she was caught in a real bad spot. So they didn't get on the flight. No one got on the flight.
I'd call another airline and be like, hey, this is happening. Can you send us here for free?
American was like, we're investigating the situation. But fuck American, man.
Yeah,
and fuck a person that's on a fucking airplane that feels inconvenienced over a child that has no control over that.
They let screaming babies on there all the fucking time.
Fuck off, man.
What do you want?
Fuck off. The same
I've been on tons of flights with kids flipping out. Put your fucking headphones on.
Noise canceling headphones on, you pretentious fuck.
Put your headphones on. Shut the fuck up.
Shut up and sit there.
Yeah,
I get it. I'm not a big fan of crying babies.
Listen, neither
but I'm
am
never
I.
Gonna fucking, I'm never going to get mad.
I might get a little internally annoyed, but I'm not going to say anything.
You know how many flights I've been on?
If your kid's like jumping and kicking my seat, being an asshole, I'm going to say something.
Different.
But your kid's crying, having an episode, fuck it.
Especially if he's like, north of 8.
Yes.
If he's of the age where you're just a bad parent.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Grow the fuck up.
But I don't know how many times I've been on a flight and there's been like a baby crying and
put on your fucking headphones
pretentious
and take a nap.
Fuck tells a stewardess,
yeah,
can you tell the people on 17B to
keep
their baby down? What do you want them to do?
What do you want them to do?
What do you want them to do?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fuck. Fuck American.
Fuck American Airlines and fuck the person that wrote that article, man.
Yeah.
Trying to be fucking sensitive in this PG world and you're going to write Meltdown for an autistic kid? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, and while I'm on the fucking soapbox, fuck Stafford County, Virginia.
Okay.
That's the same county that I got the speeding ticket in.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
All right, so what'd they do now?
Yeah. So I'll tell the story. Speeding ticket. Might as well, right? We had a...
We're starting there? Okay.
Oh, might as well. I alluded to it, right?
Yeah, we might as well start.
So, oh my God, how long ago was this?
This would had to have been at least about 9 years ago.
Shit, was I legal to drink? It might have been we were 20. I don't think I don't think we were 21.
I don't think we were.
I think we were 20.
Yeah.
Close.
I think we were about 20.
We had to get
somewhere around there.
You needed to go to Boston for...
Yeah, had a funeral.
And...
last minute. Had just enough time once we decided to leave.
Yeah.
To make it.
I cleared our schedules at work.
Yep.
We jumped in the car. And we had 20 hours. I think it was like 20 hours and like some change.
If you drive straight through it, it's about 19 hours.
Mm-hmm.
and we had about 20-ish, but you got to stop, gas, bathrooms, all that shit.
We packed.
So you end up being north of 20 hours.
I brought. What did I bring? Like a jug of Gatorade, and you brought 2 boxes of Cheez-Its.
Yeah, some stupid shit. I don't know.
And I was like, "Fuck it, we won't stop. We'll just eat Cheez-Its." It was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so fucking
was
stupid.
Was it Cheez-Its? Well,
I think
we
it
were
was
also
Cheez-Its.
young and dumb. That's probably just what I had in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a big Cheez-Its person, so I don't know where I would have got 2 boxes of Cheez-Its anyway.
I don't know why I want to say Cheez-Its.
I don't think it's accurate, but fuck it.
Crackers.
We had 2 boxes of Cheez-Its.
Crackers. Might have been Ritz.
Yeah, maybe. That's probably more like it.
So we're driving back and forth, and I had the Scion TC, and you were good for like 3.5 hours before you needed to fill up.
Yeah.
So we
were
would just trade off. We would
every
trade
few hours,
off
every tank.
So it was like 2:30 in the morning, and we're in Virginia, and we're making good time.
Well, we're also speeding.
Yeah, I was doing. Well, there's 2 cars in front of me doing north of 100, and I was doing about 95.
Yeah, trailing.
And I
behind.
was trailing behind, and of course I got pulled over.
Yep. Naturally.
She clocked me at 97.
In a 65 probably, or
in a
60,
55.
55.
In
Because,
construction.
95, Virginia, fuck you.
In construction. So I committed a criminal offense.
Yep. Couldn't even give you a speeding ticket.
Yeah.
Had to go to court.
She comes to the window, and you were asleep. And
I was passed out, and you're like, hey, I'm getting pulled over.
I
and
nudged
I'm like,
you, and I was
fuck.
like, hey, wake up for a second. She asked me to get out of the car. So that's when I threw you my phone. I was like, hey, call my mom just in case I get arrested.
Yeah.
And you looked at me because you're half asleep. You're like, what is happening?
What the fuck's happening? Yeah, I didn't know
like,
what was going on because we were already like pulled off to the side of the road. I'm like, what's
I've never
going
been
on?
asked to get out of a car.
Yeah.
So I get out of the car, and I put my hands on the car, and it's dark.
Oh, it's like 2:30 in the
Dark,
morning.
and there's no street lights.
No, we were in the middle.
Fucking nowhere.
Middle of nowhere in Virginia.
So I don't see her. I don't really see well at night either way.
Yeah.
So I don't see her. So I put my hands on the car, and I'm like ready to get frisked, and I just yell, come to the cop car. And I literally, I don't
She
see
yells.
her.
You don't yell.
Oh, yeah. She yells. I don't see her. So I walk to the cop car, and I put my hands on the cop car. And now I'm for sure, like, I'm getting arrested.
This is
and
it.
She's like, in like a sarcastic voice, like, you idiot. She's like, no, get in the car.
Like you're the asshole.
So I was like, so I go to the back of the car because I'm like, now she's gonna, what is she making me arrest myself?
Yeah, get in.
And she goes, no, the passenger seat. So now I'm sitting in the passenger seat in the front with her, talking about life, talking about how she's
getting married.
Getting married. She's leaning over the middle console, actively hitting on me.
And we're on our way to. You told her what we were doing and why we were speeding.
I told her I was speeding.
Yep.
I begged her to write me the speeding ticket. She declined to write me a speeding ticket. She said she couldn't. She said I had to write you a court order. So I had to go fucking
Because she
back.
had clocked you in at that time.
Yeah.
So
She said if she would have clocked me at one hundo, she would have just arrested me.
yeah.
But yeah, I had to go back months later, and it was a disaster.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was actively trying to get me to like reciprocate the flirting, I think.
Yeah.
And
she could then throw you in the back.
Oli knows this. Like I don't know when a woman's hitting on me. Like it takes me a while.
Yeah.
But she was actively.
As soon as you
hitting
got
on
back
me.
in, you're like, I'm pretty sure she was hitting on me. Like, what happened over there?
And when I told Shelly, because Shelly had to come with me because I needed someone to drive me when it was 7 months later to go back.
Yeah.
She thought, honest to goodness, anything I tell her, she'll believe. She thought I was giving her,
of course,
a whole plate full of bullshit.
Yeah.
And then the judge looks at her and he was like, "Oh, what's your new last name? You just got married recently." And she turned white. She looked at me.
Your mom did.
Yeah. She goes, "You weren't fucking with me." I go, "I told you the absolute truth. Like this is no joke."
Everything happened.
But yeah, fuck Stafford County, Virginia. So this week
now
at a middle school, they had a disaster drill in case of an active shooter.
Oh yeah,
on
you were
campus.
telling me about this. Okay.
And I found out a little bit more.
Yeah.
So they do it at a random point in the day, right? So the class that was in the gymnasium at PE at that time, when the disaster drill bell or whatever goes off, they're instructed boys are to go into the boys' locker room, and the girls are good to go to the women's locker room, lock the door, whatever.
Sounds right. Okay.
Perfect, right? How simple is that?
Sure.
Right?
Simple, easy.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter.
Go to your because guess
really
what? When you're
matter.
taking gym, you're going to go into one of those locker rooms anyway, right? So
honestly,
let's
it doesn't really matter to me what you go and just get into one of them. Let's lock the door.
Safe.
Hey,
lock the door. Put them all in the same one.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Well, there's a transgender female
Okay.
in the class.
So
she's a female who dresses like a boy.
Okay. So she's transgender.
Signifies as a
boy,
male. Signifies as a male.
but was born
Anatomically is a female.
Okay.
They instruct her to sit in the hallway
Where she's just gonna die.
where she'll just die because
Or he'll die.
He'll die.
What? I don't know how that
They
works.
called her she in the article.
Okay.
So that, they could figure out which locker room she needs to go into.
He needs to go into. Are you supposed to
The
clarify
article
by what they go by though, right?
Yeah, the article
By
just
what-
kept it
if
she, but it would be he. Yeah.
If he dresses as a boy,
Yeah.
then you should
It
call
would
it
be he.
right?
Look, hey.
Does it really matter
Does
when
it
there's
fucking matter?
a hurricane or a tornado or an earthquake or some kind of disaster, a bomb?
They spent
Does it matter?
a record amount of time, north of an hour, deliberating,
Jesus Christ.
trying to figure out where this young child fit
should
in.
be safe.
This child is probably already picked on. This child is probably
Of course.
already
And now you're going to point it out.
alienated
in
from
front of
most
everybody.
social circles, and now you're going to put a big black eye on her?
Yeah. Fuck.
Give me a fucking break.
Jesus.
I don't give a shit if Sally wants to go in the men's restroom. They're children.
Don't care.
And it's an active shooter drill. Hey,
Don't
get
care.
somewhere, lock the fucking door. Doesn't matter.
Finally updated.
There you go. And the superintendent and a bunch of other people had like a town hall meeting to figure this whole thing out.
Yeah.
And
That seems very excessive. Like, again, if there's a disaster, go in one of the fucking locker rooms. Does it really matter?
yeah, it doesn't. A family friend actually went to this thing and they actually read a letter that the little girl wrote. A little sentence.
Uh-huh.
If there was someone armed in my school, I would have been the first one gone.
Yeah.
I felt like an afterthought.
Jesus.
If the whole thing wasn't bad enough, the embarrassment caused me to have a panic attack in front of everyone. So not
That's
only
fucking
did
atrocious.
I didn't read the I just took the thing. I didn't actually read it just till now.
Uh-huh.
So in the middle of this, the fucking
She's having
girl
a
has
panic
a
attack.
panic attack.
And let's
to
just
make it even better.
Let's just still spend an hour trying to figure this out.
In situations like this, there is no
It's
right or
atrocious.
wrong answer. Right?
No, get the kids safe.
Doesn't matter where she goes.
Get her safe.
Get her safe.
Get him safe.
Lock the door. Doesn't matter.
No, doesn't matter. Doesn't.
No
fucking
kid is
matter.
going to play hanky fucking panky
Yeah.
in a fucking disaster drill
Doesn't
and there's an
fucking
active
matter.
shooter on campus. How stupid could you be?
Ridiculous.
How fucking stupid! Like the principal needs to be fired, and the superintendent of the district needs to be fired. I never
Yeah.
call for anybody to get fired, but or you know what?
Fire 'em all.
Maybe they don't need to be fired, but
Fire
the
'em
person
all.
in charge of this drill that made this poor individual sit in the hallway, you need to be fired.
I say fire them all. Fuck
You
it.
need to be fired.
Let's just go full in.
I read this. I honestly thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's wrong. It's wrong on so many levels.
Yeah.
You don't need to make these kids feel any more worse than they do.
No. Absolutely.
Man, I need a drink. I'm angry.
Fuck it. Let's call it right here, right now. Oh.
What you got?
On a lighter note, it's kind of funny, although somebody's probably going to get terribly angry about it. But I think it did say it happened in Europe, so I think it's a little more easygoing. Pretty funny, actually. So, a man tried selling his girlfriend on eBay as a joke, and there was a high bid of $119,000.
She gone.
And then it got taken down though because so it's funny. So basically, it's a British man. So basically, his girlfriend played a joke on him. It didn't say what the joke was, so he wanted to get even. You know. So as a joke, he got home, put out basically said, "Oh, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sell her." Listed her as a miniature collectible.
God damn it.
And basically tried selling her like a used car. So he put constant whining noise.
Gently pre-owned.
Constant whining noise. a leaky rear, and put a disclaimer: no serious damage, but you can see she's been used.
Holy shit.
So they go. He shows it to her. They have a good laugh about it. All right, fine. Now a bidding war begins, and yeah, it basically it got up to $119,000 before eBay took it down because it violated their body part and human remains policy.
Oh, good. I'm glad we have those.
So it fit into the you can't sell body parts or human remains.
Good.
So it kind of fit. I guess that would be the closest category because they don't have a hey, you can't sell humans.
Sidebar, that means that someone's actively tried to sell the remains of a loved one.
Probably.
Amazing.
Probably. But that's them.
Oh, I mean, she's like a quarter snack.
Yeah, cute woman.
She's not worth $119,000.
Is anybody?
Now, you said that she had a good laugh at it?
Well, that's what the article says.
I'm hoping that no one gets mad, because if she's not mad, hey, buddy, go get a ring, because if I put that ad up, I'm going to get in a little trouble.
If she's fine with it and you guys play jokes on each other like that,
wife her up.
Wife it up. Yeah, no, I thought that was kind of funny. But I could see somebody getting outraged over it, you know?
Oh, the feminists are going to have a field day with that.
Yeah, absolutely. But
that's
I thought
no
it was funny.
shade at the feminists. I'm just saying.
No, but they're going.
That's up your alley.
Yeah, absolutely.
Calling a spade a spade.
But I thought that was funny.
What the fuck? Yeah. Selling remains. Now I'm gonna search for next week. I'm gonna try to find an article where someone actually tried to sell remains, because obviously
I'm sure it's happened.
There's a law against it or a policy against
happened.
it. It's happened.
Or they've tried. Thought I saw years ago somebody tried selling a baby on there. I think. Could be wrong.
Oh, they just found 11 dead infants.
What are you gonna bring us down for, man? I was trying to bring us up to a lighter
note,
but having a little fun.
It's fucked up because what city was it in? It just happened today.
Found 11 dead infants. But, like, what do they suspect the cause? Why are there 11 dead infants?
I think it was in Chicago. Oh, it was in Detroit, of course. This is so Detroit. It was a funeral home. So this funeral home closed down. You all right?
Yeah, all of a sudden I got a headache and it like hurts my eyes.
I honestly feel like someone just punched you in the face.
I feel like somebody it's like throbbing right here.
Yeah,
like
I look over
eye
and
sockets.
I thought you were about to pass out on me.
I wonder if it's that bang or something. I don't know what it is. Something's giving me a weird headache. Headache I've never had before.
So this funeral home closed down. The city closed it down due to a bunch of code violations, and it was just grotesque. So some company bought out the land or whatever, like the building or whatever, and they were in the process of redoing it, and they were pulling some ceiling tiles down, and they found 11 dead babies up in like an attic kind of in the ceiling tiles. Now this funeral home closed months ago.
So
no one ever knew until they pulled the ceiling tiles. And they found 11
so I wonder
infants.
if they were alive and it got shut down and then they died, or how? Were they bones?
They're not completely. They were
fresh.
No.
Old.
Jesus fuck.
Decomposed.
They were decomposing. They were actively decomposing.
Wow, that's sad.
I think this is my take. This is my assumption is that like the families of these babies brought the remains to let's say be cremated,
and they were just fucking with it?
Yeah.
You think?
Because they were shut down because they found a bunch of bodies in their garage
that
weren't in coolers, that weren't
Jesus Christ.
It was grotesque.
So they weren't doing anything.
It was that's why they got shut down. It was
People
grotesque.
were just dropping bodies off and nobody was doing anything.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Ugh.
Like I read a little bit on why they got shut down, and I don't want to read half the shit that they did, but that's
awful.
bad.
That's awful.
Yeah. Bring us back up.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Oh.
What?
The fucking Conor McGregor Khabib fight. We kind of did a little live deal last week. We tried.
Yeah, we stopped right before the fight started.
The fucking stream kept cutting out.
Yeah, our stream sucked.
But yeah, they brawled afterward.
Yeah, big brawl. A lot of controversy now.
Pay-per-view buys are north of 2.4 million. So
is that official? Because
the last of like 2 hours ago.
Okay, because the last one I saw yesterday, there was a post that said internally that's what the UFC was saying, but there was no official number yet.
It is a hair over 2.4 million officially.
So that's the highest pay-per-view ever?
That is UFC's biggest pay-per-view ever. Congratulations
what
to both
about
fighters.
Overall? What's the biggest ever?
Ooh, that would be Mayweather Pacquiao, I believe.
Yeah.
But I believe that was north of 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But UFC's biggest, so that's good.
That was UFC's biggest ever. Yeah.
Why is this thing so squeaky today?
Oh, I was way off. Mayweather Pacquiao did 4.6 million.
Ooh, 4.6. God damn.
Yeah, and that was $100. That was the highest priced pay-per-view ever.
Well, but people have been waiting to see that for a decade.
Well, because it had to be a joint promotion between Showtime and HBO, because Mayweather is with Showtime. Pacquiao has always been with HBO. Yeah. Pacquiao now is with ESPN. So if they fight again, that'll be interesting, because I don't know if Mayweather still has the contract with Showtime, but he's not doing it on ESPN. They're going to do it on a pay-per-view platform.
Yeah, of course.
So it might be an ESPN pay-per-view, which would be, I think, one of their first.
Weird. Yeah.
Because they got the new ESPN Plus app, like the $7 a month, and that's where they put the last Pacquiao fight on.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they brawl. They did the 2.4, the brawl. Khabib is threatening to quit if they fire that guy.
If they do actually fire the 3 guys,
I don't think he's playing.
No, I don't think he is either. He'll go somewhere else.
Russians culturally are prideful people, and they're not in it for the money. He lives with his parents because it's a cultural and religious thing. I think it's a religious thing. I don't think he's playing. I think he'll walk away. So now the ball's in Dana's court. Does Dana put his foot down and say, "Look, these guys committed a fucking crime. Conor chose not to press charges. I need to do something." Because I think it makes Dana look like a bitch if he lays down.
Yeah,
because if
absolutely.
it's another fighter that's not as big as Khabib, they're fired.
Yeah,
they're fired. So I have to make you money to get away with shit. And I get it, Conor threw the fucking thing to the dolly, but I still think that was planned.
Of course.
I think Dana's in on it.
Yeah, he's in on a lot of that shit.
I think if you pull the fucking tax return, which it's probably different in Ireland, but I think if you pull a tax return or an LLC for proper whiskey, I bet you Dana's got a stake in it.
He might. Him
and Conor are very close. He's close to anybody that's the face of his company. He was very close with Ronda. Ronda lost.
He gets close with him.
He jumped on the McGregor train.
He did.
So him and McGregor are very close. I mean, McGregor's got the proper whiskey on the mat. He's got it on the turnbuckle.
Yeah, he made a big deal.
He's got it on the fucking. He's got ads running through the
I guarantee you, though, that's the
pay-per-view.
only way he signed that deal, though. He said, "Listen, I'm gonna sign this deal, but you got to put that shit on there."
There is no coincidence with, in 1 week, McGregor signs a 6-fight deal with the UFC. Proper whiskey
comes out
as an advertisement for the UFC, right?
And
he signs a 3-year deal with Monster Energy. He signed a 3 or 6 year deal with Monster Energy. He signed another deal with another company.
Wow. All at once.
He keeps putting it on Instagram every time he signs something, and it's all been this week. So there's no fucking coincidence.
No.
Dana's obviously helping him in some of this, because guess what? When he did the fight with Mayweather, he does own McGregor Promotions, which is a boxing a combat sport promotion.
Yep.
And who was running it? Dana. Dana was wearing a UFC shirt, but UFC wasn't on the fucking bill.
No.
It was McGregor Promotions.
Yeah, but he was helping run it.
He owns a legal boxing promotion.
Yeah.
That's the only like at Las Vegas, Nevada laws are very strict.
He owns a
legal promotion.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't see McGregor Promotions in the fucking octagon. I'm sure if he didn't have the whiskey, that would be on there.
Yeah.
But well,
he might be saving it too.
He'd be a hell of a boxer. So, yeah.
Good.
The Connors is I think it's on Tuesday, the first episode. Do you think it's going to be any good?
No clue.
Yeah, I know we talked about.
I still never saw any of the new episodes of the Roseanne show. I'd like to still see.
Yeah, I'd like to see
them. I don't
them.
know if there's any way to see that now.
I think they might have. Did they take them down?
I have no clue.
I think they might have. It'd be stupid too, though.
No clue, but I'd like to see it because I heard it was good and it was number 1 for 9 weeks, 10 weeks, whatever.
And I think we mentioned potential like the how they kill her off was opioid overdose, and when I was at the gym, and they were talking about John Goodman, they said that is their rumored kill off, and I think that's disrespectful. But hey,
that would be.
That's your choice, whatever.
Yeah.
I got no skin in the game, but there's 100 different ways of getting her character out of there. You probably picked the worst one.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
What else you got?
I don't know.
Patriots just got a fucking interception, and we're inside the 4th.
Is what I got. I don't know why. It's weird. I don't know. I had some other shit. I don't really care. Oh, I thought this was kind of cool. I don't know if you saw this. Do you know the artist Banksy?
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're going to talk about.
Graffiti artist. Yeah. He did like the kid holding the balloon. Just does a lot of graffiti. So this motherfucker is slick. He so there was an auction basically
for the art piece, yeah.
For one of his art pieces. Did you see this?
Mm-hmm.
He actually posted on his Instagram. He showed him creating it. So basically, this picture, it's actually the kid with the balloon, sold for $1.4 million. What the fuck? What the fuck's happening? All right.
I bit my cheek.
Oh, sold for $1.4 million. Instantly self-destructed.
Yeah, that was cool.
He had built a shredder into the frame, and if you go to his Instagram, it shows him building it. He posted it after. It's pretty fucking funny. Dude's a maniac.
I didn't see what happened to the person that paid the 1.4.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you
but
get
you saw
at that point?
You saw it started going down. People were looking at it. They instantly had somebody come in and take it off the wall.
Would you pay 1.4 million for that?
No. Oh, yeah, that's rich assholes.
I know.
They'll pay whatever for art. You know.
Jesus. I mean, it was a cool looking picture.
Well, of
but
course, it's great and it's very iconic. It's it's what people know him for. But I mean, that's to pay that much for one painting.
Yeah, it looked like a scroll just rolling up. It just rolls down and then just
rolls down, and there was a shredder built into the frame. Pretty cool. Thought it was kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
Google shutting down Google Plus finally.
I did hear about that yesterday.
Took them long enough. Nobody uses it.
I used it.
Yeah, I checked it out for once. Because they automatically made you an account if you had a Google account.
It's interesting. For everything that Google does so well, they could never crack Facebook on the social media aspect.
Oh, they tried to take it in a different direction, and it just didn't work,
They tried to integrate it into your everyday life.
Nothing will ever be like Facebook, so.
I don't get on it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really use it either. But, yeah, I thought that was interesting. I saw that about damn time.
Yeah, what do they do now? What do they do from here, though? Do they create something different?
I don't think so. I think they're just staying out the game now, or they'll acquire something. I
heard a search engine DuckDuckGoose.
I hadn't heard of it.
I never heard of it either. But they emphasize privacy.
Uh-huh.
So people have been using it because anything you search on Google ends up as a cookie or a cache, and
there's ways around that.
But this is apparently a super private search engine.
That's cool.
It just hit 30 million users last month, which is more than AOL, and like 4th place overall.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
So they have 5% of the market now. It was just.
What's it called?
DuckDuckGoose, I believe.
That's it. Just DuckDuckGoose.com.
That's that game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's interesting because to take 5% of the market share, that's pretty impressive.
It's pretty powerful.
It's pretty impressive.
It's pretty awesome. But people are big on privacy, so.
Yeah, shout out to them. Keep it private. Keep doing your thing.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have to check it out.
Coming in at 4th place, though, the one like the search engine that's one ahead of them. Guess which it is?
Bing?
No, that was like third.
Okay.
It was like either that was third and Yahoo was second, or they were like flip flopped.
So it's Google, Bing, Yahoo are top 3.
Yep.
What's that other one? I don't know.
Ask.com. Ask Jeeves, ask.com.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was still a thing.
Yeah.
Can you believe that was beating out AOL? I would have thought that AOL would at least be better than that, but no.
Beating out Ask.
Now they're not beating anyone.
No.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Just shut it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope we find that fucking reporter. Hope he didn't get murdered.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's going to be a real interesting week next week. A reporter that reports on Saudi Arabia was at the Saudi Arabian consulate in Istanbul, and he has now gone missing. He's an American. And Saudi Arabia's already got the problems with their women laws, and they've had
we got a touchdown.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't even notice.
They've had quite a few problems of people getting murdered. Coincidentally, the new prince. What the fuck's his name? Prince Salman. I think. If I fuck it up, I don't care. He's the next in line to take over the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and he's allowed women to drive and stuff. But most people that read into it think that it's just like a ploy to no, look what we're doing for women, but really and truly we're killing all the women activists.
Yeah.
Yeah, a reporter went missing, and if it is them murdering him or dismembering him,
that's not good.
There's a lot of countries that are really upset right now, and Saudi Arabia is the oil mecca of the world right now.
Could be some issues.
And I believe, obviously we didn't watch it, but it is rumored that Trump was going to be on 60 Minutes tonight, and he was going to say, because we are friendly with Saudi Arabia. It's like one of those lesser of two evil things, I think. Yeah. Because they buy all their guns for their army from us, so it's a real big money. That's a big cash grab for our economy. Yeah. And since they're buying the guns from us, we don't have to really worry about them doing anything to us. But if they kill an American reporter, that's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a bad look. Gonna have to say something, dude.
Trump said that there'd be severe punishment, and it kind of leaked out this morning that that's the rumored thing that he was going to say. And they shot back saying, if there's any kind of problem, and if there's any kind of retaliation against us, we can easily drive the price of oil up. And it was basically like we could drive it up to 100, which would put it about $3.50 to $4. And then if you read the next line, it was like, or maybe we'll go to 200, which would make it like north of $7.50. So that would put a very big hurting on the U.S. economy. So
that wouldn't be good.
It's going to be an interesting week. Bad times.
See what happens.
Bad times.
Gonna start walking everywhere.
Hopefully he shows up, but most people believe he's dead. So.
Yeah, probably.
Because we would instantaneously stop selling arms to them, which would hurt our economy, and then they would raise the price of oil barrels, which would hurt our economy again, because we would be paying more for oil. So hopefully none of this happens.
Yeah, we don't need that. Don't need that to happen.
Yeah, we got an interception.
Yeah, I didn't see
and then
it.
we ran it inside the 5, and then Sonny Mike Michelle took it the rest of the way.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this bitch up. I got a fucking headache.
Yeah.
I can't concentrate anymore.
My knee hurts.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else?
I'm trying to think.
Wrap it up?
I don't know. Oh, you already took your headphones off? All right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can still talk when my headphones are off. I think it's helping, but it's not really.
Yeah, we just scored a fucking touchdown. Hanging in there with Kansas City. So to close out our show tonight, since Oli's already taking his damn headphones off.
Hey.
We have another artist that we're going to play their music out today, whenever you fucking listen to this. Artist's name is Anna Hyde. She's a Swiss, Spanish, and Armenian. Beautiful lady. Yeah, this is her debut single, Even If. You can catch her on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, everything. The list goes on.
There.
Yeah, she's out there on all of them. Yeah.
She's on the internet.
So we'll link her Instagram.
This is her first ever
her debut single.
Debut single.
That's it, yeah. Nice. And it's kind of indie singer-songwriter.
Yep.
It's good. It's very unique. It's very unique.
Yeah, it's a unique song. It looks, just over 5 minutes. It's a little bit of a lengthy song on the longer side.
Yeah.
But it's got that poppy type indie feel to it. Not sure what you would categorize it at.
Yeah, that's why I think you just categorize indie.
Something like that, yeah.
Or singer-songwriter. Yeah, you're kind of lost in it. So
it's almost like, I don't know, because it got like that ukulele to start. And like at first, when I was listening to it, like, I think it took me a second to get into the feel of it and like her to understand her voice. I don't know if that makes sense. But it's good. Yeah. It's good. It's different.
It's like one of those songs that will transcend you, or I think that's the right word I'm trying to think of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. We'll link all of her
we'll do a post,
social medias and all
usual.
that.
Yep.
In
Put it out
the
there.
description of the episode. So even if by Anaheim.
We'll play it out.